Hi there, my name is Hayley. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be making a wreath for my freshly painted front door. I just did a video on how I painted my front door black and it turned out really well. I love it, but it does have a few imperfections and it's looking a little plain. So I think making a wreath is the perfect answer to that problem. Now, when I first decided to make a wreath, I thought I'll go to the craft store and get some faux flowers and greenery and do it that way. And then I started looking around my own yard and I saw I have a lot of ornamental grasses, I have hydrangeas. Both of those things dry really well and would be a more personal, kind of fun representation of my own property. So that's what I'm going to do today, and I'm going to bring you along with me as I go. So here we go. I already cut my hydrangea blooms for this project so they'd have a chance to dry. Now keep in mind, these hydrangeas are very young. I only got them this season, but they will eventually grow to be 6 to 8 feet tall and wide. So to cut my blooms, I'm using clean, sharp scissors, and I'm making sure to cut above a grouping of leaves. Back inside, I used the same scissors to make a fresh cut, but this time I cut right in between the nodes on the stem of the bloom and then put them directly into a shallow dish of water. The fresh cut helps them to soak up the water and dry, and it's recommended to leave them like this for about 2 weeks. The type of grass I have is called feather reed grass. It's really pretty, it makes for great winter interest, and it's very easy to care for. So to cut it for this project, I just did my best not to butcher the grass or make it seem like I took big chunks out, and I gathered little bunches and just set them on a tray to bring over to my work table. The supplies for this project are very simple. The only thing I bought was a $5 wire wreath frame from Joann's, and then I'm using some petal wire, my scissors, and just the grass cuttings and hydrangea blooms. And that is it. So now I'm just going to start gathering little bunches of the grass and kind of make little mini bouquets with them, doing my best to kind of keep them even and cutting any stems that might be too long. I'll attach each grouping to the frame with the wire, making sure not to cut the wire. So I'm going to use the same piece of wire for the entire wreath. I'm not going to cut it at all until the very end when I'm completely finished with the hydrangeas. This process takes a little bit of adjusting, so as I go, I am making sure to fan out the little feathered edges so that the wreath looks even, and it's how I like it. So now I'm just going to keep going until I get all of the grass attached to the frame. The hydrangea blooms were a little bit trickier, so the first thing I did was just laid them around the center to make sure I had enough and to also make sure that I liked the look of the wreath. To attach the hydrangeas, I just continued with the same wire, laid the bloom at an angle so that I could catch the stem, and then I pulled it tight against the frame, making sure that when I wrapped it, I kind of pulled the wire at a diagonal through the grass so that I wasn't just clamping it down and kind of spoiling that nice pinwheel look. So now we'll just keep going. All right, our wreath is finished. I'm happy with it. I love that we use things from my own yard, and I think it'll look great. It's kind of like a summer to fall transitional wreath because you've got kind of the grasses, the dry, the yellow that kind of looks like fall to me. And then you have the summertime hydrangeas. So it's kind of fun, perfect. And I love how it looks on the black door. All right, I think I have it about how I want it. I kind of put the bulkier side up top and then let the wispier part be at the bottom. The more I look at it, the more I'm going to keep messing with it. So I think for now I'm just going to let it be. And if there's anything really bothering me about it, like these edges sticking out, I might come trim them. But other than that, it's looking good. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.